Cost, meaning and types. In this module, you will learn about the meaning of cost and its various types. What does the term cost mean to you? Cost may be defined as the money expenditure incurred by the producer either directly or indirectly for hiring the services of factors of production or for buying the raw material in order to carry out the production process. The firm spends money in the form of rent to the landlord, salaries and wages to the labor, interest to the capitalist, and spends on other inputs like raw material, transportation, etc. The different types of costs are explicit and implicit costs, money and real costs, fixed and variable costs, opportunity costs, social and private costs. In the words of Lefkowitz, explicit costs are those cash payments which firms make to the outsiders for their services and goods. These costs are recorded in the firm's book of accounts. Therefore, they are also known as accounting costs. On the other hand, implicit costs are estimated value of inputs supplied by the owner of a production unit himself. An entrepreneur may utilize his own building or his own capital, or may act as a manager of his own firm. Money costs of production refers to the money expenditure incurred on hiring and buying of inputs for producing a given amount of commodity. Money cost is further subdivided into fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed costs are those costs which do not change with the change in level of output. These are also termed as supplementary costs. For instance, rent, interest on borrowed capital, wages of permanent employees, etc. Real costs refer to the sacrifice, discomfort, toil, and pain involved in supplying the factors of production by their owners. Since the elements are subjective in nature, therefore it's difficult to measure real cost. The opportunity cost of an activity is equal to the value of next best alternative foregone. It is the amount of other good that has been given up in order to produce that commodity. Private costs refer to the costs incurred by an individual firm in producing a commodity. On the other hand, social costs refer to the disadvantages of producing a commodity suffered by the society as a whole. The cost of establishing a factory includes both private as well as social costs. Trees in a forest are cut indiscriminately by a private contractor. The society incurs social costs in the form of health hazards, floods, soil erosion, and loss of habitat for animals. Let us recall what we have learned. Cost may be defined as the money expenditure incurred by the producer either for hiring the services of factors of production or for buying the raw material in order to carry out the production process. The different types of costs are explicit and implicit costs, money and real costs, fixed and variable costs, opportunity costs, social and private costs,